And a huge downside for Gen Z already is that they are the TikTok generation, man. They are the Reels generation. And why do you think so many people are so desperate for attention that they would do anything on TikTok and Reels to get any slightest chance of having any attention? Is that getting attention is so much difficult now. And there's so many people doing so much cringe shit online. Why is that? Because they think that that's the only way. Now, there's other way that we just talked about, that is create just better and better content, but that's so bloody difficult that a lot of people consider that that is impossible. So they'll do a lot of cringe stuff. They'll make faces like this. Sorry about that. I'll just cancel that noise. They'll make faces like this and do this. Ye hua, aaj ye hua, wo hua. This happened when I was there. It's all clickbait, right? Because they think that this is the only way to get attention. A lot of them, like I said, if you generalize, you cannot say shit. So that's a downside of it, and that's why you see so many Generation Z kids doing cringe stuff on TikTok, on Reels, even on YouTube now. And the reason is that all of them are trying to get attention, trying to start something on their own, trying to get rid of that family that is again and again putting force and pressure on pursuing a career that they don't want to. So there's reason behind everything. There's past behind every presence. So that's a downside of it. But I'm never going to be that guy who's going to say that, oh, the new generation is ruined, nothing is going to happen with this generation. No, because that's what the last generation told us. And that is a tale as old as time. Every generation thinks that the newer generation is dumb. Actually, every time this happens, that the newer generation is smarter. When we were like 17, 18, we were not listening to Elon Musk talk. By the way, Elon Musk was not that big that back then, but we were not listening to Bill Gates talk. See, that's what they said with the television as well. Oh, the newer generation, they're watching television all day. Hey, that kid is getting information that started 1,000 miles away. That was not present before this time. So later on, when they did studies, they found out that the generation that grew up with television is actually smarter than the generation which grew up with radio. And I bet you that's going to happen with the generation that grew up with internet. See, the thing is that you say, oh, this generation is ruined because of the TikTok, because of the Reels. See, every generation, every time, this is the human nature. A huge percentage of them is going to waste their time. They are going to waste time. They are going to do stuff that is not going to help them grow any further. They're not going to use the opportunity. But the minorities in any generation, any set of people, are the ones which uses the opportunity. They are the opportunists. They churn out knowledge from anywhere they can. They absorb it like sponge, and they grow further. Those are the ones who turn out to be the big names that you see. So underestimating any generation is always stupid. The one thing that I do not understand as much, and I'll not comment on it as much because I don't know much, because there's not proper study, the widespread study of this, but we kind of can see it to some extent. Let's get into it. No reason to keep on building up suspense. Is the relationship, right? I don't think the newer generation takes relationship that seriously. And a huge reason behind that would be the OnlyFans and people paying for subscription to follow girls online like hundreds others. But at the same time, they get that kick from that online world so much that they do not need to go in the real world and look for a mate. And that is definitely, that's not positive. There's no way that can be positive. I cannot be confused. I cannot be convinced. Call me old, whatever. But having a relationship is so important. There used to be a pressure on us to find a girl or girls, because girls to get a boyfriend. Basically, a person with a partner had a higher respect in the society. I'm sure that to some extent it will be true today as well, but not as much, because I've seen so many Gen Z kids just not feeling the need to just go after it.